Good YouTube. Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there. And we're going to talk about how the Golden State Warriors won another one. This time it was against the Portland Trailblazers. The Warriors 22 and 19, now 14 and 6 at home. And then the Blazers go to 19 and 22, the opposite of their record of the Warriors. They also is 9 and 12 on the road. The Warriors opened this one up with a big lead, 38 to 24, and the game was over because they won the second quarter 29 to 17. Portland did win a quarter 30 to 28 and another one 26 to 24, but it wasn't enough to score 100 points and it wasn't enough to stop the Warriors. The Warriors had a lot of fun in this one, and since they won, you can't blame them. Tamani Kamara, 29 minutes, 6 points. He went 2 of 8 from the field, 2 of 6 from three. He had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and a block. 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a minus 18 and plus minus. Disappointing game from him. You want him to defend better. Of course, you want him to score. He hasn't really been taking that many shots. He hasn't been really great offensively this season, in my personal opinion. Donovan Klingen, 22 minutes, 7 points, 2 or 3 from the field, 1 or 2 from three, 2 or 2 from the free throw line, 9 boards. That ended up being the most on the team. Every starter had a rebound, and everybody off the bench did too. He also had an assist and 3 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a minus 7 and plus minus. He's the biggest and the hugest guy in the game, so you would have thought that he probably would put up better numbers. But it wasn't the case in this one. Caleb Love still continues to shoot the ball well when it comes to putting up numbers and scoring. 34 minutes, 17 points. They needed everything that he can give them, even though he wasn't that efficient in this one. If you're a high volume type of guy, he went 5 of 16 from the field and 2 of 9 from three, but he still went 5 of 8 from the free throw line. He had 7 assists, but that even came with 4 turnovers, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and a minus 14 in plus minus. And then you look at Shaden Sharp, he was trying his hardest to score as well as he could and had a nice alley-oop dunk in transition. Other than that, he still finished 9 of 15 from the field. That's really good. He scored the most points on the team with those 19. He also went 1 of 5 from three, missed some open ones, had a little step back mid-range jumper too that looked nice. He also went 0 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, and a steal, 1 personal foul, and a minus 17 and plus minus. And City, 26 minutes, 3 points. He went 1 of 4 from three, 3 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a minus 7 and plus minus. And then Robert Williams, 16 minutes, 11 points. He went 5 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 from three. He was open, and it was just about can you make it? And he was able to do it in this one. He also had 8 boards. That was tied for the most off the bench with Drew Holiday. He also had 3 turnovers, a steal, and a block, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, was a minus 13 and plus minus. Reith, 11 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 3 from the field. That's what he ended up doing offensively. He had 2 boards, no turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and a plus 2 and plus minus. Jan Hansen, I think that's how you say it. He ended up playing 13 minutes. He had 3 points. He hit a wide open 3, missed the rest. He also had 2 rebounds, assists, and a turnover. He was just too sloppy and too slow with the ball, and that's how he ended up getting it. He also had 1 offensive rebound and 0 personal fouls and a minus 9 in plus minus. Drew Holiday, 21 minutes, 12 points, 4 of 12 from the field, 2 of 8 from three, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He had those 8 boards that I talked about before with 3 assists and 3 turnovers. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls. It was a plus 1 and plus minus. He's still slowly getting it back. Obviously, you want him to be better defensively, which I think he has shown that he's getting a little older in this game, particularly, and through some other ones. And offensively, he just can be hit or miss because you prefer him to shoot jumpers. He can get hot from three, but he also can go cold. This was a game where he went more cold than he was hot. It can happen, but you don't want Drew Holiday probing. You don't want him getting near that basket. You want him more on the perimeter. Javante Cook, 13 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 0 personal fouls, and a minus 10 in plus minus. He did some little things here and there in the minutes that he played because he just didn't score the ball that well. In this one, it seemed like everybody had that problem. Besides Rupert, who played 27 minutes, that was the most off the bench. He also had the most points with 13. He went 5 of 9 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists, and a turnover with 2 steals and a personal foul, and was a minus 18 in plus minus by the end of the game. You just happy he gave you any type of juice and burst and push from the field, especially because it was efficiently done by him. And when scoring double figures off the bench and you had 3 of those guys that did it, you got to be happy with that, because your starting lineup, you had 3 guys that didn't, and that means you might be in a bad start to the game and then a hole in the game. And at the end of the day, it's hard to get out of that when other guys aren't really hitting shots and continue to miss them. And then you have other guys that you don't know what you're going to get out of them when they get in the game. Luckily for them, they had good games from players off the bench. It just wasn't enough to stop and slow down the Warriors, who had it going the entire game. And they had some guys off their bench that played better than the guys off the Blazers bench. But Jimmy Butler got some nice dunks in this one where he didn't have to work that hard to get some easy buckets. He had the most points in the starting lineup. 26 minutes, 16 points, 5 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. He also had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and no turnovers. He also had 3 personal fouls and was a plus 17 and plus minus. Draymond, he got some easy ones too, but he also went 2 of 6 from 3 and 4 of 9 from the field and got 10 points in 22 minutes. He also had 7 rebounds, no assists, which is something you don't really see that much from him, but he did get a lot of turnovers with 6 total. He had 2 steals and 2 blocks. You know he's going to be active with his hands. You know he's going to be trying to find a way to make you think or make you off balance, or even try to find a way to get the ball out of your hands. And he did that sometimes throughout this game. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, plus 10 and plus minus. Quentin Post, 14 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 5 from the field. All those threes was taken that was open, and he splashed one late in the game, but it didn't really matter what he did because it was blowing him out anyway. 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, minus 11 and plus minus. Stephen Curry, 25 minutes, 7 points, 2 of 9 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He ended up having 11 assists. That was the highlight of his night, as he didn't take a lot of shots and didn't have it really going anyway. But his team had his back in this one. 4 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 personal foul, and a plus 8 and plus minus. Moses Moody, 23 minutes, 14 points, 5 of 9 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, and a block. 1 personal foul and a plus 12 and plus minus for him. Wide open shot after wide open shot, and he was able to make half of them, so you're not going to be mad at him about that. Trey Jackson Davis, 6 minutes, 1 field goal. He missed it. He did have an assist, but he had no turnovers, no personal foul, finished as a minus 6 and plus minus. Guy Santos was just taking his time and just knocking down the open ones. He went 2 of 4 from the field, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line. He had 6 points in 21 minutes. He had also 4 rebounds, 6 assists with no turnovers, and 4 steals, 1 offensive rebound, no personal fouls, and a plus 24 and plus minus. I just like the fact that he was playing hard. He was just trying to go out there and help the team any way that he could. Al Horford, 20 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block. No personal fouls, a plus 18 and plus minus. He was good, not great, not amazing, but he was good. He's helping them out as much as he can, and you just like the fact that he's a two-way player still. Buddy Hill, 6 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 4 from the field, all 1 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 turnover, 1 steal, no personal fouls, and a minus 6 and plus minus. Gary Payton, the second, 13 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 2 personal fouls, and an offensive rebound, and a plus 11 and plus minus for him. Just easy, efficient shots around the rim for him. He just missed the harder ones, which is the threes, and he brought it defensively. DeAnthony Melton was that X factor that they needed. He had a huge night shooting wide open threes and just scoring within the flow in the system and just being ready to score whenever it was there for him. 23 minutes, 9 of 14 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds. He ended up having 1 assist also with no turnovers and 3 personal fouls, was a plus 20 and plus minus. Pat Spencer, 6 minutes, no points. He missed his only field goal, but he still got a rebound, a turnover, and a steal with no personal fouls, was a minus 6 and plus minus. Then Brandon Podziemski, if he's hot and he has it going and somebody else or a couple other people do, they can still win against anybody. 22 minutes, 15 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 steals. He also had 1 personal foul and a plus 18 and plus minus. And then Will Richard, we didn't forget about you. 19 minutes, 8 points. He was 2 of 5 from the field. It was all threes that he took besides going 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 1 turnover, 2 steals, 1 block, 0 personal fouls, and a plus 1 and plus minus. And then you look at the Golden State Warriors, 89 field goals, 47%. 83 for the Blazers, 43%. 57 threes, 40%. 47 for the Blazers, 30%. 13 free throws, 92%. 17 for the Blazers, 65%. 45 rebounds for the Blazers, 34 for the Warriors, 34 assists for the Warriors, 20 for the Blazers, 22 turnovers for the Blazers. And then the Warriors had 14, 16 steals for the Warriors, 7 for the Blazers. And then 5 blocks for the Warriors, 3 for the Blazers, 4 offensive rebounds, 8 for the Blazers, 30 defensive rebounds for the Warriors, 37 for the Blazers, 14 personnel fouls for the Warriors, 16 for the Blazers. And it was a game where the Warriors was in control from the start. They was able to continue to bring the intensity and the passion that was needed to be able to close it out. They still played hard. They kept playing good defense. They kept going for the reaches. They kept going for the blocks. They kept working, making the Blazers work for it. They was able to get some easy offensive shots because of that, and they was able to make some shots in the half court when it was needed. And then once they got up, they just never looked behind, and they never let the Blazers get in it. And the Blazers just got beat very good in this one, and they have been beaten like this before. The Warriors have too. But they needed to win this game so they can stay in that play-in spot or try to find a way to move up. But they need to keep getting them W's and keep getting them wins if they want to avoid the play-in. And if they do get in the play-in, at least they still have a chance to win the playoffs. You get in there, you never know what happens. That's why you play the regular season. And the Blazers, they still want one of those spots too. That's why it was important for the Warriors to beat them. Blazers picked the wrong game to lose, but it happens. Now they just got to learn from it, grow from it, put it in the past, and see what happens in the next one. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.